So, the power of sin is in the law. Okay? That's exactly correct, but it goes back to exactly how do you understand the law. Ellen White in various places says that the opening of the great controversy began with a question over God's law, and it ends over the same issue, an attack on God's law. The way it was attacked was by implying or making the allegation or the insertion that God's law is rules made up that require enforcement. And the reality is, when you come back to see God as creator and worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, then you understand his laws are the laws that reality function upon, including the moral laws. And any deviation from those separates you from the channel of blessing. So the same woman who wrote that wrote, we are not to regard God as waiting to punish the sinner for the sin. The sinner brings the punishment upon himself. His own actions start a train of circumstances that bring the sure result. Every act of sin reacts upon the sinner. Makes in him a change of character. Makes it more easy for him to transgress again. They separate themselves from the channel of blessing, and the sure result is ruin and death. Galatians 6:8, those who sow to the carnal nature, and this is where we're going, from that nature reap destruction, not from God. God is not the source of death, ever. He is the source of life. Sin severs that connection and we die. Now, how is the law the power of sin? How is the law the power? And it absolutely is. If you take 50-pound weights, tie them to your legs, and jump in the ocean or a lake, you are now breaking the law of respiration. There's a law. It's the law of respiration. It's a design law, one of the laws of health. If you break that law, where does the power come from that kills you? The law of respiration. So breaking God's law is the power of sin. Because life only operates in harmony with the law God built the universe to operate upon. And any deviations from that result in ruin and death. And God is just in both sending his son to become sin that knew no sin, because that's what love does. Okay, the justice of love. But he's also just in leaving free all those who refuse to be healed and reconciled, and let them reap what they have sown into their carnal nature, which is eternal destruction. So it's both. There is a penalty, and the penalty is death. But the penalty does not come out as an infliction that they would not otherwise reap. It is the natural result of rejecting the healing that God freely offers.